The Aston Martin GT4 is one of those cars that instantly earns respect the moment it rolls into view. It's not built to flex in a parking lot or cruise a boulevard just to be seen. This thing exists for one reason only: to go fast, stay fast, and survive the absolute punishment of real-world racing. Born from Aston Martin's deep motorsport DNA, the GT4 is the brand's bridge between track-only monsters and road-going supercars, delivering pure race-bred performance in a package that still carries that unmistakable British elegance. It's the kind of car that doesn't need to shout because everything about it already says, I mean business. At its core, the Aston Martin GT4 is engineered for competitive racing under FIA GT4 regulations, which means balance, durability, and driver confidence are just as important as raw horsepower. Unlike top-tier GT3 cars that demand massive budgets and factory-level teams, GT4 cars are designed to be more accessible while still offering serious performance. Aston Martin nailed that balance. The GT4 keeps the soul of the road car, but strips away anything unnecessary, replacing comfort with control and luxury with lethal precision. When you're strapped into the cockpit, surrounded by a roll cage and race hardware, it feels less like a modified street car and more like a purpose-built weapon. Powering the Aston Martin GT4 is a naturally aspirated V8 that delivers a soundtrack so raw it sends chills down your spine. In a world obsessed with turbochargers and electrification, that screaming V8 feels like a love letter to old-school performance. Throttle response is instant, linear, and brutally honest. No lag, no tricks, just pure mechanical connection between your right foot and the rear wheels. The engine isn't about headline-grabbing numbers. It's about usable, consistent power that can hammer lap after lap without breaking a sweat. That reliability is a massive deal in endurance racing, where finishing strong matters more than flexing dyno sheets. The chassis set up on the Aston Martin GT4 is where the magic really happens. Built around a lightweight aluminum structure, the car is stiff, balanced, and insanely predictable at the limit. Suspension components are fully race-spec, allowing teams to dial in the car for different tracks, conditions, and driving styles. Whether it's a tight technical circuit or a fast-flowing track with long sweepers, the GT4 stays planted and composed. Steering feedback is sharp and communicative, letting drivers feel exactly what the tires are doing at all times. That kind of confidence is priceless. When you're pushing hard at triple-digit speeds, aerodynamics play a massive role in the GT4's performance. But Aston Martin kept things smart and functional instead of wild and over the top. The front splitter, rear diffuser, and large rear wing are all designed to generate meaningful downforce without making the car overly sensitive. The result is stability at high speeds and improved cornering, grip without killing, straight-line performance. Visually, the aero gives the car a menacing stance, making it clear this isn't a showroom toy. It looks fast sitting still, and when it's flying down a straight, it looks absolutely locked to the pavement. Inside the cockpit, the Aston Martin GT4 is all business. Luxury takes a backseat to safety and function, but there's still a sense of craftsmanship that reminds you this is an Aston Martin. The racing seat is supportive and firm, holding you in place during aggressive cornering. Controls are laid out logically, with everything within easy reach so drivers can stay focused on the track. Digital displays provide critical information at a glance, and the steering wheel is packed with controls that let drivers adjust settings without taking their hands off the wheel. It's a focused environment, but it doesn't feel cheap or thrown together. One of the biggest strengths of the Aston Martin GT4 is its drivability. This car isn't just fast in the hands of pro drivers. It's approachable enough for amateurs stepping into competitive racing. That's a huge reason why it's become such a popular choice in GT4 championships around the world. The balance is neutral, the power delivery is smooth, and the car forgives minor mistakes without instantly trying to put you into a wall. That doesn't mean it's slow or boring, not even close. It just means the car works with the driver instead of constantly trying to fight them. From an engineering standpoint, Aston Martin built the GT4 to be tough as nails. Endurance racing demands cars that can handle heat, vibration, and constant abuse without falling apart. Components are overbuilt where it matters most. From cooling systems to braking hardware, the brakes deliver strong, consistent stopping power lap after lap, even under extreme conditions. Maintenance is straightforward by race car standards, which helps keep running costs under control. That reliability and ease of ownership make the GT4 especially appealing to privateer teams and gentlemen racers who want serious performance without endless headaches. On the track, the Aston Martin GT4 has proven itself time and time again. It's competed in GT4 championships across Europe, North America, Asia, and beyond, racking up wins, podiums, and championships. Its success isn't just about speed, it's about consistency. The car performs well across different tracks, climates, and racing formats. Whether it's sprint races or longer endurance events, the GT4 delivers stable lap times and strong race pace. That versatility is one of its biggest selling points, and a big reason why teams keep coming back to it. Visually, the Aston Martin GT4 is a straight-up stunner. Even covered in sponsored decals and race numbers, it still carries that sleek, aggressive beauty Aston Martin is known for. The wide stance, flared fenders, and low ride height give it a muscular look that's impossible to ignore. It doesn't rely on flashy design gimmicks. Instead, it blends elegance with aggression in a way that feels timeless. Whether it's painted in classic British racing green or a bold modern livery, the GT4 always looks the part. For fans, the Aston Martin GT4 represents something special. It's a race car you can realistically see up close at tracks around the world. It's not locked away behind factory walls or reserved for billion-dollar teams. It's driven by pros, semi-pros, and passionate racers who love the sport. That accessibility creates a deeper connection between the car and the racing community. When you see one battling door-to-door on track, you know you're watching something authentic, not a watered-down showpiece. The GT4 class itself has exploded in popularity, and Aston Martin has played a big role in that growth. The GT4 car delivers exactly what the class promises: competitive racing, close battles, and cars that look and sound incredible. Fans get to watch real racing, not just parades, and drivers get machines that reward skill and consistency. The Aston Martin GT4 fits perfectly into that philosophy, offering a blend of performance, reliability, and style that few competitors can match. From a branding perspective, the GT4 strengthens Aston Martin's racing legacy in a major way. It shows that the company isn't just about luxury grand tours and high-end exotics. It's about performance, engineering, and motorsport credibility. Every time a GT4 takes the green flag, it reinforces Aston Martin's reputation as a serious performance brand. That connection between track and road is something enthusiasts truly care about, and Aston Martin understands that better than most. There's also an emotional side to the Aston Martin GT4 that's hard to quantify. The sound of the V8, the way the car squats under acceleration, the confidence it inspires in corners, it all adds up to an experience that feels raw and real. In a time when cars are becoming increasingly digital and insulated, the GT4 feels refreshingly mechanical. It demands attention, respect, and skill, and it rewards drivers who put in the work. That's the kind of relationship real car lovers crave. For teams considering entry into GT4 racing, the Aston Martin GT4 offers a compelling package. It's competitive out of the box, supported by a strong customer racing program, and backed by a brand with serious motorsport experience. Spare parts availability, technical support, and setup knowledge are all well established, which helps teams focus on racing instead of troubleshooting. That support network is a big deal, especially for newer teams trying to find their footing in a competitive environment. The future of the Aston Martin GT4 looks strong as well. As GT4 racing continues to grow globally, the demand for well-built, competitive cars will only increase. Aston Martin's commitment to customer racing ensures the GT4 will remain relevant, competitive, and desirable for years to come. Even as automotive technology evolves, the core values that make the GT4 special, balance, reliability, and driver engagement, will never go out of style. In the end, the Aston Martin GT4 isn't just a race car. It's a statement. It says that real performance still matters, that motorsport still matters, and that driving skill is still king. It proves you don't need outrageous horsepower, numbers, or crazy gimmicks to build something truly special. You just need smart engineering, racing know-how, and a clear focus on what actually wins races. That's why the GT4 continues to earn respect on tracks around the world. For anyone who loves racing, the Aston Martin GT4 represents the perfect blend of accessibility and authenticity. It's close enough to touch, loud enough to feel in your chest, and capable enough to deliver real thrills. Whether you're a driver, a fan, or just someone who appreciates well-built machines, the GT4 leaves a lasting impression. It's fast, it's beautiful, and it's built to do exactly what it was meant to do: go racing and win.